Yo, 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 welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And before I get into it, I want to make sure that I let y'all know tomorrow is our third annual free book bag drive located at 828 North Hanover Street in Pottstown, PA. It will be from 4:30 to 7 o'clock p.m. We'll have, like I said, free book bags with supplies in them. We'll have some entertainment. We'll have some free food, like water ice, pretzels, and things like that. Moon bounce. So we'll be giving out some gift cards, raffling off some gift cards. So please, if you know anybody that could use this information, I know y'all just keep seeing me, but this is something that me and my friends, or my friends and I, have been doing for the last couple of years, and we get great enjoyment and giving back to our community. So we hope that the community turns out for us as we've been trying to turn out for y'all these last couple of years. So all in all, I just want to say thank you for the donations, or we want to say thank you for the donations so far, and we hope to see you all there tomorrow. Now that we got that out the way, y'all know what it's time to talk about. I've been away for a few days. Actually, I haven't been away. I made a video yesterday. As you can see, I got my Kelly Green. I made a whole video yesterday of me unboxing this or unpacking this Kelly Green just for me not to even be able to do anything. I couldn't edit the video yesterday, so sorry about that. Things be happening. I do this stuff on my phone. You know, that's how it goes sometimes. So we gonna get right into it. So I'm gonna probably talk about a few things that probably happened the last few days. You probably haven't heard other content creators talk about, but you just gonna get my point of view on what I feel about it. So I've been watching the Phillies, as y'all know. I'm gonna start with the Phillies first. So we're gonna keep it P with the Phillies first, man. Shout out to Mike Lowe for throwing a no hitter. What was that, Wednesday night? Great addition. Instant addition. And that's what I was saying. I'm hoping we get somebody that we can instantly put into the lineup and we see instant results. And we clearly got an instant result. So, and I kind of already, I don't want to say I knew he was going to throw a no hitter, but I figured that he was going to be a decent pitcher for us for the simple fact that his first game, he spoke about him and Real Mutos, who was the catcher for the Phillies, their connection. So I don't know. I mean, if y'all don't know, I don't want to make it seem like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But the catcher and the pitcher got to communicate when each batter goes up there, because certain batters looking for certain pitches, other pitches they can't hit. You know what I mean? Or they have a smaller percentage of hitting. So he said that first game he had. There's other stuff that go into it too, but there was a quote that he spoke out, did an interview after the game, and he did pretty well his first game too. And he spoke out and said that he liked the communication between him and Real Muto. So for him to go out here, his first home game, his second game with us, and pitch a no hitter, bro, that's crazy. And it's only the second no hitter in the Citizen Stadium. I mean, it's 14th in the Phillies history, but it's only the second in the Phillies current stadium. So that's crazy, man. And he pitched in Vans. Crazy. Also, shout out to Mike Lowe's mom, man. Like, whatever iPhone that lady has, the phone never went down. She recorded the whole time. From the time I started watching the game, probably like the fourth inning, I did not see that phone go down. And then they did the press conference after the game. She still had the phone in her hand. So shout out to Mike Lowe's mom, man. So I'm glad to see that we got another great addition to the bullpen. I'm also gonna get into something else. Something else I've been thinking about too, because as the days go on, things change. So it's kind of cool to be able to do this, because now I can see what I said before. Then I switched it up. So it is what it is. But so shout out to Mike Lowe. Shout out to Wes. Shout out to Wes. First home run in front of his parents, in front of his dad. His dad cried. I hope to one day to be able to get to see my kids. I don't know if it's gonna be a boy or a girl, but who cares? To be able to do something like that, and I can cry too. Cause it's good to see. Like, I mean, his dad raised him, so you probably seen him since he started, and then to be able to get his first home run at bat, like that's amazing, man. That's amazing. That's what you've been working for your whole life. So shout out to Wes, man. Must be a Wesley thing. My middle name Wes, so. Anyway, that has got to do with this, but yeah, man. So shout out to Wes, shout out to Mike Lowe, shout out to Casty. Casty got his 200th home run other night. But everybody's been on fire. I watched the game last night against the Nationals. Everybody's been on fire, man. And this is exactly what we needed. This is what I said in my previous video. This is the time that we need to be making that push. If I'm not mistaken, I think we still hold the the second spot in the NL East. Hold on. Yep, second in the NL East. They play the Twins tonight at 7:05 to be at the Phillies. So I'll be tuned into that. I'll be going back and forth. I'm gonna try to start talking about some soccer on this as well. My friends, or my friend, well, not my friends. They all watch. Some of them watch soccer, but he want me to start talking about Messi and Mbappe and however you say his name. So I'm gonna start watching some soccer because I gotta pump out the content. I gotta make sure that for me, I want to be skilled in all sports, knowing sports. I want to be skilled in knowing what to look for, what to see, because you just never know what I'm gonna be able to talk about. But then it also makes me versatile enough to get a bigger fan base. Grow this to a bigger thing. So we're going to be watching Messi tonight. We're going to be watching the Phillies tonight. Tomorrow we got the Philadelphia Eagles, and you already know I'm probably gonna have this puppy on. You see, got my last name on the back. I wish I could. I was acting a fool. I'm gonna just keep it a being. I was acting a fool when I was opening this, and I wish y'all could have seen the footage. I was acting like a complete nut. Yes, it's okay though, because when I put it on, I felt something like I felt a Super Bowl. I felt a Super Bowl. You feel me? Yo, man, I'm geek, man, because it's all lining up the same way it lined up last year, man. Phillies might be going back to the World Series. They at least looking good enough to go to the playoffs. Yeah, man. But let me get back to the Phillies. So, I just want to say though, man. Like I said, like I said before, I like doing these because things change day to day, man. One day I'm sitting here saying Trey Turner 300 mil. What is going on to 300 mil? He might need another contract. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm just playing. He don't need another contract. But it's just from day to day, man. Things change, and it's good to see that the Phillies. Like I said, I never stop rooting for the Phillies, but it's good to see that they're getting it back on track and in a big way, man. We're bringing players up from the minors, and I don't really go to the minors games, but I'm not gonna lie. I might start going to the minors because if these are the players that they're bringing up out of Lehigh, man, I'm missing some action. Like I'm really missing some action. Like these dudes are really good. So we done brought up Rojas. We got some additions like Cave and stuff like that. So Wes, Mike Lowe from the trades and stuff like that. So I'm starting to see that everybody is they're starting to mesh, and this is the greatest time to be able to do that, because if we can continue that into the playoffs, I don't see, like, bro, all due respect, yeah, the Braves are good, but I think we can beat the Braves. I honestly do think we can beat the Braves to go to the series if we had to. Any other team, like I said, you still gotta, because we almost lost. You can lose a series just from thinking that you're just better than another team, and then it just be going like that. Like I think the Braves got eliminated last year. What was it? Their first round. First round. They won the World Series the year before that. So, excuse me. So yeah, man. That's like that's any sport, man. You can play down to your competition. Just because you might be better than the significant other team, don't mean that you're going to guarantee win. Same thing with the Eagles. Like even though we probably got the best constructed team in the NFL, doesn't guarantee a win if you don't go out there and put that work in every day. And I'm not gonna get to preaching on this joint, but I'm just saying. So, shout out to the Phillies, man. We're going to be tuning in tonight, watching them. I think we're going back. I think we're going to the playoffs. I think we're going back. I think we can. I mean, the Twins seem like they've been doing not too well, but we're going to see though. I think we can roll over the Twins. So, shout out to the Philadelphia Phillies. Shout out to Mike Lowe. Shout out to West. Shout out to shout out to the Phillies, man. Let's just keep it rolling, man, and let's get to the playoffs, and let's hopefully get back to the World Series. So, all right, now we're gonna talk about what we need to talk about, man. Football season's here, man. I was up last night. I watched the Phillies game, and after the Phillies game went on, I was gonna go to bed, and then I seen something on Facebook, and it was like football or something. I said football. I said, I mean football. I said, well, let me check. Let me check my Google. Excuse me, check my Google. I'm sorry, checking my Google. I said, oh, the Minnesota Vikings and the Seahawks is playing. So I mean, I watched preseason, and we all know like preseason. I always thought preseason was corny, especially if my team not playing. Like if my team's not playing, what I want to watch another team for? But it's good to watch now because now that I got a sports podcast, I'm I'm trying to see it from all sides, if that makes sense. Okay, I want to see everything on the table, not just my only perspective. So I'm trying to be open minded when it comes to some of the things that I speak on, and I try to make sure I tread lightly over some of the stuff I speak on because, like I said, I do not know some of the stuff I talk about. We don't know. Like when I talk about the Eagles, these are just notes, and that brings me to something else. These are just notes. When I see other content creators, it's great for us because it gives us something to talk about. But when I sit there and I watch other content creators, and I'm not all doing this, but some just be like so one sided. Like you cannot be one sided because we don't know. We are just reading from another person's perspective. That's all a reporter is. And to be honest with you, how many of these reporters even play sports? Do they even have the eye to be able to be like, oh yeah, that's it, or that ain't it? Like who cares? Like until I see it with my own two eyes, then that's when I'll make my assessment. So yeah, man. But I'm saying that because I went to the public practice, right, and I talked about it on my last video. Jalen Carter. I said this. It had to have been him, man. It had to have been him. The pure strength that I was seeing from the nosebleeds from this young man was ridiculous. Ridiculous, and I'm not even like trying to hype him up because he's on our team, bro. He is a animal. So I'm saying that to say. Not that they weren't saying that they were, Jalen Carter was sucking throughout the camp. He had a great camp this whole camp. I'm just saying some of the players that they spoke about or they speak about. I went to the public practice and I seen these players and I'm like, what are they talking about? Not this, not and I know this isn't a game situation or these aren't game situations, but what are some of the stuff they were saying? I'm like, bro, what are they talking about? From what I'm seeing with my own two eyes, I really think the Eagles are in good hands. Do I think that we could use maybe a safety, maybe we can clean up a couple of areas? Of course, you can always get better in a certain area, but my thing is from what we have now, I like it, and I'm talking about it. I'm looking at it from like more of a chess perspective because it's like, okay, we signed Miles Jack and the other guy, right? Um, then we're getting talks because now the depth chart then came out for the game on Saturday, and it's showing that Gainwell is probably running back number one. When I was at the public practice, right, I seen DeAndre Swift. Don't get me wrong, and I seen it I'm like, yo, he will be so great to implement into our offense. But then I'm watching Gainwell, and I'm like, bro, it's not that I'm saying it's almost the same player, but it's almost this. It's like not drafted, but we traded for almost the same player. And then I also was, like I said, I watched other content creators, and it was the Eagle Owl or Joey Shakes, somebody you were talking about, and he's right. The whole us getting DeAndre Swift was crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, DeAndre Swift's a crazy player, but like he said, the lines moved off of him for a reason. Could it be injuries? Who knows? I mean, maybe, possibly because you can't stay healthy, and if they're a run-heavy offense, we need somebody that can be able to participate and be on the field. You understand? So I get that part. But there must be something else going on, or Philly is just doing, like I said, we don't know. It's new. It's a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator. It's a lot of new moving pieces that we have, and we don't know exactly what we're going to see until it's out there on the field. So, I mean, you got to think. DeAndre Swift's a great running back. He wants to get paid. They talked about contract, giving him a contract extension earlier when they first had signed him. We heard zero about that since then. All right, and then I read somewhere that his touches have been going down in camp, to whereas Gainwell's has been going up, and then other running backs as well. So I don't know what Howie's doing, but like I said, it's chess not checkers. My thing is Howie's some which way or another is finna do something with Swift or whatever the case may be, because I don't see them having this many running backs and keeping all these running backs. Sooner we gotta make a choice about who we want to keep. Doesn't make financial sense. Like I said, I don't speak about the finances because I'm not a salary cap guy. But my thing is, maybe the season starts and that money that we have left over, I don't know how much it is, because they're talking about Aaron Donald and stuff like that. And I'm not going to even get into that. I don't think we really need Aaron Donald. But if we need to make a splash, like how he likes to do, he might just make a splash, because now I'm looking at Josh Jacobs. The Raiders just signed they just signed the Chiefs running back from out of the Super Bowl, right? Now you just paid this man. What's going on with Josh Jacobs? Okay, because my thing is, like I just said, if you got a game, well, maybe they go for Josh Jacobs. I don't know. I'm not sitting there saying Josh Jacobs needs to come, but my thing is this: the pool of talent is out there at a cheap price, and Howie's thing is what I want to make a deal, but I want to make a deal where it's mostly in our favor. You're gonna get paid too, and you're gonna get some out of the deal too. But I don't want to be signing no crazy amount of money players. So. Yeah, man. So something must be going on with that. We'll see more, I guess, coming out or unfolding throughout the season. Hopefully, when we see this training camp, not training camp, preseason game tomorrow against the Ravens, that some of the hope all the rookies play. Like I will hope we get to see Jalen Carter. I hope we get to see Nolan, Sidney Brown, Keeley. So. And the other guys as well, but I want to see if what the reporters were saying is matching up with what I read, or what I saw, because not that I'm saying like everybody looked good, but like for the most part, everybody to me looked all right. Like they looked okay to me. You understand? So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see. I think Philly's in good hands. I do trust Sirianni. I know. Was this his third year? From the crazy, interview to now, like, hey man, you do what you need to do now. You got us to the Super Bowl. Yeah, we ain't win, but I mean, I think we're going back this time, and I think we're going to take care of business. So, want to make sure there ain't nothing else I'm leaving out. Yeah, man. So I just think everything, for the most part, I just want to say I think everything is unfolding in the Eagles' favor. And that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of moving pieces. Like I was even listening to somebody about the investigation and scandal, how I just got swept under the rug with Jonathan Gannon, like how they released it, got swept under the rug. Supposed to be lawsuits coming out about whatever the case may be, about people gambling and losing their bets. But my thing is, it's so many different things going on. Like we really don't know what's going on, to be honest. It's just we can just try to assume or try to speculate to the best of our ability and come up with an opinion based off that. Yeah, man. So, I don't know, man, but I just think everything's unfolding for the Eagles. I'm starting to see different teams going through different situations. Okay. For another situation, I'm sorry, something came up on my phone, but yeah, but I'm sitting there looking at different teams. Dak Prescott having issues with his team. I seen some stuff about the Giants. Are the Giants really going to be, they done signed Daniel Jones and now Waller, and then now you got a little issue with Saquon. Yeah, you paid him, but you know what I'm saying? If something happens to one of them, the office is done. Joe Burrow still. Even Patrick Mahomes, I'm not going to sit there and say Patrick Mahomes, but even the Chiefs got a little bit of issues with their money. Like, yeah, they're supposed to pay their guy, but he ain't got paid yet. Josh Jacobs, I spoke about that. So if we wait a little bit, we might be able to come up on some pieces. That's what I'm saying. We might be able to come up with some pieces on a cheap deal, a cheap 1-year deal. You sell them, we're trying to go back to the Super Bowl. You see what we got. You see who's here. You see the culture. If you want a chance to win the Super Bowl, sign a dotted line. That's probably his pitch. And he's getting a lot of hungry people. Like, we getting a lot of dogs on this team because, like Miles Jack, I pack light. That's just letting me know right there, huh? I don't know, man. I could be here today and going tomorrow. But if you got that dog mentality, you'll stay. So, trying to find a lot of dogs out there. But, yeah, man. I think we're in good hands, man. A lot of teams got a lot of issues. Like, people don't want to make it seem like, like, oh, even the 49ers, like, whatever that was, too. Like, what? Like, yeah, Phillip Rivers would have been playing in the Super Bowl. What? The Eagles, all due respect, the Eagles really, because I watched that game over again, man. Like, the defense really wreaked havoc on the 49ers. All due respect, like, wreaked havoc to the point that they almost had to go get Phillip Rivers off the couch, not off his couch, but to play in the Super Bowl, man, that's crazy. So I think a lot of teams got a lot of problems, man. Even with Max Crosby, I watched cause I told you I watched, Shannon Sharp. I ain't been coming on, but I've been watching the Carlton show. And you can see in Max Crosby's face that he's frustrated, bro. And y'all think that Garoppolo's finna take them anywhere? You ain't going to the playoffs this year neither, brother. You might want to put that trade request in. I'm gonna tell you that now. Man. Put that trade request in. Come to the city. Come to the city. We'll treat you right. We'll get you to the playoffs, maybe to the Super Bowl, maybe a couple Super Bowls. So it's a lot of players out there that aren't happy where they are. Even Bryce Young with the Texans, man, that O-line is trash, bro. And he's back there just, I ain't gonna sit there and say he bad, but like he gonna look bad if his O-line is trash. That's any quarterback, man. I don't give a damn how good you are. If your O-line ain't good or isn't good, you won't be good. Okay? You ain't gonna get as far as that O-line, brother. So yeah, man, it's a lot of teams, man. But some teams that I do want to say that I'm looking out for, the Jaguars I'm looking out for, right? I want to say the Bills, of course. I'm still watching the Bills, but I still think they got problems. Chiefs, of course. All right. I'm trying to think, is there any other team that I'm like, that scare me? The Dolphins. Who else? I'm trying to scan through all the teams in my head, and I didn't really get a chance to. Yeah, man, that might be it. I'm not Chargers. Nah, I'm not really Chargers. Nope. Even not even Cincinnati, to be honest. Like, bro, it's not too many teams. Like I'm saying, like I got Philly really. I don't want us to go undefeated because I need them to feel what a loss feel like, because we seen what happened with Tom Brady went to the Super Bowl undefeated. It didn't pan out well, and I don't need that happening to us. So, they're probably gonna take a couple losses, but I think it's only, to be honest, 3 teams that are maybe possibly that could do something to us. And now when I say do something to us, I'm just talking about keeping up. I'm not saying that they're gonna beat us like that, but give us some competition. That's all what I'm saying. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. We're approaching this. Tomorrow is the first preseason game, and in a few weeks after that, we'll be getting into the regular season. So I'm kind of glad I did start this podcast, because now y'all get to see me talking my stuff. I might even start streaming. I see some people say they stream the games live. I don't know how that work on here. I don't know if it's like some copyright, but you will see a whole different side of me, man. I get to drinking, a couple beers in me. Get to screaming, get to hollering, get to acting crazy, man. But it's the passion. It's passion, man. That's what I like to call it. It's passion. So, yeah, man. I'm just excited for football to be back, and looking forward to holding that Super Bowl trophy. That's pretty much it. We can get on to February, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. But shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. They've been saying Jalen Hurts has still been looking beautiful out there. He's been looking super accurate. The connections are great with A.J. Brown and the wide receiver core. So that's always good to hear, man. Like I said, Jalen Hurts is coming, man. That boy coming. He coming, and I think Patrick Mahomes knows it too, man. Like, I think he knows it. So, like, we're gonna see what Patrick Mahomes is gonna do, man, because he's losing some of his key pieces, man. It's like, I want to see, can he win? You know what I mean? Without some of these pieces, because I mean, it's, we were deep rocking and rolling. We got Tyreek Hill and you got these other guys and stuff like that. But football is a team sport, and that's what Jalen understand, and that's what the team understand. Like, it's a team sport. It's a team sport. One person can't win the game for us. And especially when you put all of it on Patrick, like, and there's not wrong with that, but there's a team around Patrick. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he might be a great quarterback, but that quarterback got to throw to somebody. You feel what I'm saying? That quarterback needs somebody to block for him. That quarterback needs somebody, when he's not on the field, to defend, against the ball, against the offense. So it's a lot that go into it, man. And I'm glad that the Eagles got all that straightened out before we got this far into the season, because now you're starting to see that's why Chris ain't got paid yet. the deal with the guy from the Jets. Now that the price went up, and I don't even think that's all the way. Like I don't think that's right. Just because one player gets some, oh, I got this amount now, the market is going up. No, man, you might be really like a trash quarterback. What make you think you need to be making as much money as Jalen Hurts and you a trash quarterback? No, man, they gotta stop that. That's why y'all running backs not getting no money, man. They overpaying these bum quarterbacks, bro. They overpaying bum quarterbacks, and you ain't spreading the money around like y'all need to spread the money around. Like that's crazy. I mean, like I said, you got a big pool, of running backs and stuff like that. But bro, it's crazy. Like some of these quarterbacks, like I'm sorry, I'm not paying Daniel Jones that. All due respect, I'm not paying him that kind of money. But to each his own. So good luck with that. Yeah, man. Also, I seen something where they was talking about Aaron Rodgers getting impatient, and I watched. I'm glad this is still running. I'm glad I don't. I used to watch the Hard Knocks like every season, right? And I kind of got away from it. That's part of being HBO costs too much, but now I got something where I can watch my stuff. So, but I watched the Hard Knocks, man, and it's like, bro, all due respect, I know Aaron Rodgers does not act like that. Like they're overselling his personality. Like he's just this type of dude, like this cool, hey, I mean, he might be, but today they come out and say that he's getting frustrated with the offense. We knew that was going to come. He was getting frustrated with the offense in Green Bay. You've been there your whole career with some of the same players. Like, not the same players, but some players that have been there with you for a couple of years and you got mad at them. Talking about you didn't want to show up to camp and stuff like that. Your mind, your attitude produces your latitude. Same thing with your mindset, bro. Like, you cannot. I didn't understand when they made the trade. What did they think was going to happen? Like his whole way of thinking was going to change because he's going to a new city. No, man, he there to get paid. This man almost about to be 40 years old. You think he's stuck in his ways, man. So we're gonna see how that pan out, man. That Hard Knocks. I said that them Hard Knocks cameras following you around 24/7, just trying to capture content, and then they can sit there and I'm sitting there saying they spinning it any old type of way, but then they can just use it in whatever which way form they probably deem it necessary. So, yeah, man. So it's a lot of distractions going on, and that's why Jalen and the Eagles organization is one of the greatest organizations, man, because they know how to buckle down and get focused. Even with Nick Sirianni, I seen somebody say, why are they doing these 5 o'clock practices? Why do you think they would be doing 5 o'clock practices? Ask yourself, why do you think we would start right now doing 5 o'clock practices? It's about to be the season. When do games start? They start either in the afternoon, either at 1, 4. You understand what I'm saying? 4:25. The game come on at 6, 7. You get an 8 o'clock game, whatever the case may be. You're playing, and later in the day, you don't wake up in the morning to play football. He's trying to get the players game ready. He's trying to get them in that mode so when the time comes, the experience is already there, especially for the rookies. That's why I said I want to see these rookies in a lot of these preseason games because, yeah, you transitioning from college, but college is not the NFL. The game speed is way faster. Like I said, when I was watching Jalen Carter out there, bro, watching any of them players out there, just how fast and how good their footwork is, how they move, bro, this is a whole different level of skill. So you have to get your mind and body ready for game speed action, game time action. So shout out to Nick Sirianni for having that initiative and having that mindset to even be able to do that, because a lot of these players or a lot of these coaches are just going out here still running camps like they used to run camps. You know what I mean? Not really implementing certain scenarios that they need to implement. And that's like one of the reasons Jalen got hollered at the other day was because, certain little things you do, it either penalize us. Derek Barnett, case in point, the man got more penalties than he got, doing things good. So it's crazy. It's crazy to see, but all that stuff matters, man. All that stuff matters when you're in the game, because it can be the defining factor of either you winning or maybe you losing. Case in point, the Super Bowl. Flag, holding in the Super Bowl in the last play. Come on, man. I'm not going to get into it, but come on, man. This was a good game too. At that, for it to end like that was crazy. But I'm about to cut this off. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Shout out to Nick Sirianni. I'm shocked, like I'm just happy to see that everything is starting to come together. Everything is just starting to come together with the players, man. So we'll see tomorrow night. Like I said, we'll see tomorrow night. See how they do. And I'm definitely gonna report on it. You already know I'm gonna probably make a video, whatever the case may be. But like I said, man, it's your host, your favorite host, Niall Frazier from the No Cut Sports Podcast. Again, I'm always gonna say that I appreciate y'all for liking, watching, and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate the love and support. If there's anything, like I said, if there's anything that you want me to talk about or you want my opinion on, you can always leave me a comment down below. Hit my inbox on one of my socials, and we just go from there. So, and don't forget, tomorrow, 3rd annual free book bag drive, 828 North Hanover Street, Pottstown, PA. We'll be giving out free book bags with supplies in them. We'll have a little entertainment. We'll be raffling off gift cards, me and my friends. Like I said, we enjoy doing this, so we hope to see y'all there. If you know somebody that can use this information, please pass the information on. It costs you nothing just to hit the send button and send it to who you need to send it to. So thank you once again, and this is Niall from the No Cut Sports Podcast.